Day, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Wildflower Will's YouTube channel. And we are live. It is Monday night, which means that I am casting on a brand new project tonight. I have a few things to show you. I have got tons of yarn. Oh, I have a kitty that's come to say hello too. I've got tons of yarn. It was a retreat weekend. And we did yarn shopping. We hit two, actually three yarn stores, but I've only brought up purchases from two of them, oddly enough. I guess we'll save the third one for next week. And I have a gift that I was given that I really need to show you. Um, and of course, we have the winning yarn from this week's poll. You guys, this was a very unique poll this week. So I will get into explaining that in just a few minutes. I see a few people joining us in here live. Hi, ladies. I hope you've got your yarn. Hope you're sitting somewhere cool. I don't know where you guys are in the world, but here summer has shown up. It is super, super hot out today. Not a knitwear wearing kind of day. So let's talk about the yarn that you guys voted for. There was tons and tons of votes for the yarn. I gave you guys two color options, and they were both yarns that were new. They were part of my yarn purchases this weekend. Um, Let me show you. So if you didn't have a chance to vote, this is what the colors were. Oh, hi, Diane. Did okay, purple, not gray. Oh, is that what? Okay, I'll have to go back and see what you voted for. So there was color option 2, I think. I think the first one might have been blue. So these two grays are the same. And then the option of putting the blue with the gray or the purple with the gray. So this yarn here came from Wool and Silk. That was one of the yarn shops that was close to the retreat where we were staying at this past weekend. Oh, Diane says purple, purple, purple. Purple and gray, autocorrect. Oh, I know, autocorrect. That, I guess, in the way of a lot of things, doesn't it? So you guys know, I have been on the lookout for solid sock yarns for a little while. When I started doing Sock Madness back in March, I think it started. That seemed like a long time ago now. I came to the really quickly realized that I did not have a lot of solid sock yarns in my stash. And I know over here I've got a lot of sock yarn in my stash, but very, very few solid colors. Casey's crinkling a bag back here, sorry. So I thought that is going to be um my purchases. That is going to be my focus. That's the word I want to say. When I am out yarn shopping, I want to get some really fun colors of solid or tonal sock yarn just to be able to do colorwork socks or one skein socks that have some texture, like have cables in that you don't want to do self-striping or really heavy variegated. So I was on a mission this weekend. So Fable sock yarn. Wool and Silk had a really nice display with lots of colors, these 50-gram balls, and I thought I was going to stock up on them. So I will show you the rest of them in a little bit. But this was the color combination that I did pick up first. I thought, I think I like the gray with the purple. And then the more I got looking, I thought, maybe I should bring a few more colors home with me. So this was one option, gray and purple. The other option that I thought would look really fun together was the gray and this really nice bright blue. Kind of like a peacock blue, I would think. Fable doesn't have any names, any color names. They're just color numbers. So I'm gonna call it peacock. Thought those would look really fun together. This yarn, might as well chat a little bit about the yarn before I let you know who won. So it is a superwash and it is a 75/25. And I think it's just a typical yardage, 50 grams, 205 meters, 224 yards. So 410 meters. I always have to think about it as a 100-gram ball. So 410 meters. So about the same as your going rate sock yarn. So it'll be a 2.25 millimeter needle, I think. Does that say that on here? Oh, actually, interesting. They suggest a 3 millimeter or a US 2.5 or a crochet hook D or a 3. Anyways, I think that's still a little bit big. I would always go smaller, 2.25 or a 2.5. Don't know why. Croy does that too. They always put a larger size needle than I really think we should be using. So anyways, did you guys all have a chance to vote? There was tons and tons and tons of votes today. Instagram stories, Instagram post, and then on the Wildflower Wolf Facebook page. You could also vote over there. And how long have we been doing these polls for every Monday? At least a year, probably. Has it been that long? I have to actually go back and look. It feels like it's been quite a while. And there has always been a difference for some reason between Instagram and Facebook. For whatever reason, one platform versus the other, typically one option leads on one and the other leads in the other. Not so today. I think this is the very first time that across Instagram and Facebook, there was a clear winner right from the start, and it stayed the clear leader throughout the whole day, everywhere. So the winner is, insert drum roll here. The winner for this week's Colorwork Fair Isle sock pattern is, insert dramatic pause, purple. Purple. There was literally only about 5 people that voted for this blue, which I'm really shocked. I thought this would have been really, really close. I would have bet this would have been pretty much 50-50 because I think the blue looks really fun. But obviously, what do I know? But oh, Emma says she guessed right. So but this really was my first color choice. I thought I would go a little bit outside my usual color choices and do something a little different. I'm really trying to be open to more colors that are not yellow, orange, green. I like other colors and I'm wanting to embrace them a little bit more. Purple is I don't have anything against purple, but I don't knit too much with purple. But I really like this. It's a deep kind of eggplanty color, grape. No, I don't know. Eggplant kind of sticks out in my mind. Anyways, I think this is going to be a really fun cast on. It will be a little while before it gets cast on. It will not get cast on until the weekend. That's so my new start Monday. Every once in a while, it doesn't get cast on Monday night. Sometimes Tuesday morning, but this one is going to have to wait till the weekend, you guys, because I have got some secret knitting. I've mentioned it a couple of times, probably here or over on the Fiber Friends. I have some secret knitting that has to be done in a couple of days. So, and it's not done. So I got to work on that. But I may just cast this on. I may even cast on tonight. Maybe. Depends how much I chat and how much I pay attention. I may cast this on. Oh, Susanna, you voted for blue and purple. There was somebody else who said the same thing, that they would like to see the blue and the purple together. That would probably look good too. It would be interesting to see though how much actual contrast there is between those two colors when you're actually knitting with them. Might be enough, but sometimes these colors surprise you. In the balls, they look like there's enough color contrast, but then when you actually start knitting them, sometimes there isn't. Yeah, and I don't know. Sometimes there. Can you see where I've just twisted them together? I don't know if you can. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know. These two might not be real. real good together. There's not a lot of contrast there, is there? But going this way, we should be super good. Oh, Tracy says no, not enough. No. And you kind of think in the balls, they look like this, sitting like this, there's lots of contrast. But when you get just that really thin yarn and you twist them together, they don't always show up. That's why you guys have to add this in here. Swatching. Swatching. When you're doing color work, the swatch is also for your color choices, not just for size and getting stitches per inch, but it's really playing with your colors to see if they look as good as they do in the ball. So blue, peacock blue, he's going in stash. This yarn has just been in the house like barely 24 hours, and this is going to get cast on. This is a rarity, you guys. So let me see, black and white photos too. Yes, Tracy, that's exactly right. Do you guys know that little tip? If you take a picture of your yarn and then you change it to a black and white photo, that will give you a good idea of the contrast even before you knit it and before you swatch it. Thanks, Tracy, I'm so excited. Just because this was my original first color choice makes me feel like, well, it makes me feel two things. Right at this moment, making me feel like I'm right on trend, right, with the majority of people. But then it's also making me feel like, darn, purple was the overwhelming choice, and it is not yellow, it is not orange. But I'm feeling like I'm a little bit more with the majority here with this purple color. Okay, so I will maybe cast that on as we're chatting a little bit later because I don't have a ton of knitting to show you tonight because I've been working on this secret knitting project like crazy. But I do have a gift to show you. I have a bunch of yarn to show you. And I do have a little bit of progress from last week's new start. So remember last week, I think the options last week was this color, Tangerine Jacquard and Sweet Stripes, and you guys voted for Sweet Stripes. So Tangerine's back in stash. I got this cast on. I started the Dainty sock. Did you guys have a chance to go grab that last weekend? It was a free pattern, NBK Knits, Northbound Knits. It was free last weekend during the long weekend. So I hope some of you had a chance to grab it and get it into your stash. Because I took a look tonight, and it is now $6, which, is still a fair price. If you didn't have a chance to grab it and you're interested in a little shorty sock that has a fun picot edge on it, $6 is still pretty really reasonable when you compare it to um, some other crafts. I think like quilting, and even cross stitch patterns seem to be a lot more than knitting patterns. So if you didn't grab it, $6. I always think of it as giving up a couple of trips to Tim Hortons. So, anyways, there it is. Got my picot cast on done, my cuff, working on the heel flap. So this is a heel flap heel, but the heel flap is done a little bit different. You're not turning the heel like we normally do in a traditional heel flap. So, so it'll be a little bit of fun to do. I think this is the one I keep saying it reminds me of the band heel. I need to double check that and see if that's going to be actually the same thing. I'm just taking a peek at the comments here. Suzanne's asking me Canadian or US dollars. That is a good question. I don't know. You know what? She's Canadian, but I don't know. It might be US dollars. I am not sure. Anyways, so we got a good little start on here. The heel flap. The heel flap's done it a little differently as well. There's no slip stitches in this one. You do slip the edge stitch on every row, so you get that nice little chain edge up here. So when you go back to pick up stitches, you've got something nice to slip in and pick up. But there's no slip stitches across the back of the heel. And I was thinking about that and I thought, oh, I always like that for extra durability because when you're slipping, slip knit, you get that double thickness. So you got extra wear in your shoes, just for that heel. And I thought, I wonder why she didn't do that. And then I thought well, I mean, there's a couple of reasons. A, maybe she doesn't like that, wants to do something a little different. Or could it be because it's a summer sock and just to be a little cooler, not to have that double thickness? I don't know. That's what I'm wondering if that's maybe the difference. And maybe because it's a summer stock, we're going to be wearing it in our bits, not going, well, at least I am going to be. Then maybe it's not going to wear it on the back of a shoe until fall comes, and then I will probably, wear it in my shoes. But anyways, it was just I was tempted to do a slip stitch heel flap because that's what I always do, and I thought, nope, I'm just going to do it the way the pattern's written, and it will be a good test come fall when I do wear it with shoes to see if it wears any differently than a slip stitch heel. Do you guys find um, any difference between a slip stitch heel flap and just a plain stockinette as far as wear goes? Maybe it all just depends on everybody's, pressure points with your foot and how you walk and your shoes and all that kind of thing. Maybe makes it different for everybody. Anyways, I just decided to keep it the way it was. And I'm loving how these stripes are coming up. Just so fun. Perfect for summer, right? Now, mind you, that it's turned out to be 30 plus degrees here today. I don't know if I'd want to be wearing summer shorty socks with my sandals at all, but I'll have them ready for when it cools down and there's a bit of a cool night when you do need little shorty socks. And so I have got a little present to show you guys. So, oh, so Tracy, you said never. So that's never, and you've never done just a plain stockinette heel flap? I know. I don't think I have either. I think I maybe have seen knit patterns that have said that, and then I've always probably switched it out and just did my slip stitch because I don't know. It's one of those things. It gives me like my heart skips a beat when I have to stop and think of like, oh, just a straight stockinette heel flap. I don't know if I like that or not. So look at this. Okay, it's starting to come undone. I opened this, you guys. I got a little gift from Tracy, and I've had it for a couple of weeks. I meant to show this to you last week, but in the whole rush to get set up here when my daughter was downstairs and we were doing wedding flowers last weekend, I forgot to bring this up and show it to you until after we were all done podcasting. Sorry, this is going to be crinkly, isn't it? But look at this in yellow tissue paper. I got a little gift. This package has traveled around. And I have to thank a lot of people for getting it to me. So Tracy and I are in a little group of knitters, and quite a while back, we were chatting about something, and Tracy had some yarn that wasn't quite her colorway. And anyways, we were just kind of playing around and answering some questions anyways, and she said, I have this skein of yarn. If you guys can guess this answer, she said, the first one who gets it right, I'm going to send you this skein of yarn. And believe it or not, I got it right. So she's like, okay, Louise, I'll ship it to you. Or I'll send it to you, because we don't live super close. And but then shipping is crazy, crazy expensive too. So anyways, she held on to it for a while and took it to Knit City, Montreal with her. So this got packed up, went to Montreal. It got passed off to Noelle from Knits and Pieces when Tracy and Noelle met up in Montreal. Got stuck in Noelle's suitcase, came back to Sarnia with her, and then Noelle brought it back to St. Thomas to Little Red Mitten for, I think it was when she was there, probably for a local yarn shop day, and she dropped it off and it said at Little Red Mitten until I went down there to teach a couple of weeks ago, and then I picked it up. So This package has been zigzagging around through multiple knitters' suitcases. So here all this time, I'm thinking it's yarn. And so when I got it, it was nice and flat. And I thought, okay, thinking Tracy was getting all ready to ship it and had probably unscanned it and just laid it flat in a Ziploc bag. That was my thinking. So I opened the card, this pretty card, and it said, Louise, oh, I said I had a skein of yarn for you, but it was variegated. And remember that we are both not fans of variegated, which is true because if you look at my stash, it's not, I don't typically buy a lot of variegated. I like solids and tonals. So Tracy and I are very much alike that way. Um, so anyway, so she decided that probably sending me the variegated yarn maybe wasn't going to be something that I would have liked. So, anyways, do you know what she sent me? She took a peek into her gift drawer, and she had made this last winter. I immediately thought of me. That's so sweet. The yarn is all hand spun, and most of it is also naturally dyed. Oh my gosh, so amazing. And she said, "No one else could get this more than you and I. I think it's your colors too." So, Tracy, I love this. I was going to open this live when I podcasted, and then I just couldn't wait, so I opened it ahead of time, and now I'm wishing I had have opened it live because it is so gorgeous. It is so, so gorgeous. Look at this. So, hand spun and naturally dyed yarns. I will not be wearing this for a little while. Hopefully not for a real long while. But look at this, you guys. Look at this cowl. Isn't this absolutely stunning? The spinning and the knitting is beautiful. Look at that. So Tracy is somebody who has really inspired me to play around with my spinning more. I tried Tracy's wheel out a few years ago when we were together before COVID, and oh, it's so nice. And a couple times when Tracy and I have been together, there's been a group of us together, and Tracy has just sat and spun and spun and spun as we're chatting. And it's like, oh, she makes it look so easy. Look at this. Is it not? I can't say enough about this. The colors are absolutely my colors. The oranges, the greens, the grays, the golds. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Oh, that's what Emma said. Stunning. Sally says gorgeous. Diane says gorgeous. Nikki says, oh my God, that is stunning. I know. Is it not? Oh, it is. It is. And it is lovely. It is not picky. It does not feel rusticy. And to all these pictures of flowers. I know. It is gorgeous. Exactly, Sherry says, "What a treasured gift." Absolutely. So, I am gonna be so excited for when it snows the first time, and the first time it gets chilly enough that I can put this on, but I don't wanna think about that just yet as they come, but this'll be something I cannot wait to wear. So, Tracy, thank you so very, very much. It is beautiful. Oh, so I'm not sure if I'm still I just got a message. I'm unstable. Is it still live? I'll still keep chatting. Um, oh, Sam says I keep freezing. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys. It said I just got a message that said my internet is unstable. So sorry if it does keep freezing. I saw a note a comment here. Sam said I keep freezing. So I don't know what can't do much about that, unfortunately. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a little warm here for knitwear right now, but it is so pretty. So I'm gonna put that away. Um, oh, Sally said, yeah, freezing. Okay, well, fingers crossed. Maybe the internet will work a little better for us tonight. Oh no, Susanna says I'm bleeping. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll do better. Okay, so that was my gift. So now I've got yarn shopping. So it was a retreat weekend for us, and we stopped at Spin Rite in Listowel just because it's kind of on the way, and it's always a fun spot to stop. And I did not buy anything. No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Don't. That is incorrect. I did not buy yarn. I did not buy yarn at Spin Rite. But I did buy a couple things. I bought a double-ended Tunisian crochet hook. I bought a little weaving, loom thingamajigger, and, um, what was the other thing? Weaving, Tunisian crochet, weaving, and oh, hairpin lace. This is the winning yarn. I saw somebody in the comments just ask what the winning yarn was, and it was purple. So I bought all tools for everything but knitting, Tunisian crochet, hairpin lace, and weaving. So I'm gonna play with those, at some point, maybe when I'm on vacation again later on in the summer. So that was really fun. Some of the other girls bought some yarn, some Patton's Croy. I looked at the Croy, I had it in my hands, and I put it back. Put it back because I thought, nope, this is um I could buy Croy when I'm at home, and I wanted to buy some yarns that I don't have right around here. So we carried on and we went up to Wool and Silk in Shelburne, and that's where I got the Fable. So let me pull out the rest of it. I am pretty soon going to not be able to say that I don't have a well-stocked stash in solid sock yarn because I keep finding it wherever I go. So there's the label, Wool and Silk Co. This is such a cute little yarn shop. And the owner of the yarn shop actually owns the retreat house. Very, very convenient. And the retreat house is set up for any kind of crafters. I think mostly quilters. I'm thinking maybe was how it was initially set up. But apparently some yoga groups have been going and knitters, any kind of crafters, any families that even want to go if you're not crafting, any kind of thing like that. It's anybody who wants to go, it's a great spot to go. You're in the middle of the country. It's just a nice quiet weekend away. So I found this is not Fable, but I grabbed this just because I wanted something a little different. And it is a cotton sock yarn. Lana My Catone. Have you guys seen this at any of your local yarn shops? Can I get that? So it is 90% cotton and 10% polyester. Yep, 10% polyester. Not sure what this, oh, they don't even give this a pretty name. It is color 02311. Oh, don't you think pretty yarns like this need to have a pretty name? I don't know what I would name it. I always want to name everything gardening, I don't know, something. It looks kind of beachy with the blues and the greens. This is supposed to be self-striping, so I can't wait to give this a cast on. It might have had a little less yardage. Yes, 100 grams, 380 meters. There again, needle size. I don't know if this is a US size. No, must be millimeter. 2.5 to a 3. I'm not sure if it's a little thicker. It doesn't seem like it's thicker. Maybe there's just less yardage in it. Anyways, it feels really nice. So I can't wait to give that a cast on at some point. I don't know. I think we're going to have a lot of sock cast ons the next little while. Once my secret knitting's done, then it's a lot of socks because I haven't been working on too many socks. Oh, I also grabbed a little 9-inch Chowgu needle. This was intended to replace my needle from last week, that one with the soft cable that I was so disappointed in. I had intended fully to switch the needles around this weekend, and I didn't have a chance to. So I'm going to keep this for this week's cast on. The poor one, the Nikki's even heel sock is on that cable. That is so yucky. I'll have to work at switching that out because until then it's not going to get knit on. So look at this. I found a few more pretty colors. I did not buy one of every color. I should just do that. I really probably should, but I didn't. I got two balls of the dark blue, like a navy, thinking that this would be a good base color. And that's what I also got. Two balls of the gray, thinking that that would be a good base color, and then putting some colors with it. So navy socks, and then there was the nice bright kind of bubblegum pink and a gold. And then of course, the purple and the blue. So I thought this was a good, okay, gonna get them all up here. There we go. That plus the gray. Well, two grays. I can hold all of them. There. So that's what I came home with the Fable. Thought this would be a good starting point. Put these in my stash and hopefully work on them over the summer and get some socks done. My poor idea of one pair of socks a month, I'm a little bit behind on that. So I'm hoping over the summer I can kind of catch up and then also get back to doing just some different techniques. Eventually doing one that's toe up, doing some different heels. I always talk about that and then I never quite get there to getting it done. So maybe this time with all these pretty colors, that will happen. So then we were in for a little bit of a surprise while we were at the retreat. One of the girls did some Googling and there was another yarn shop. And apparently it was there last year, but somehow we missed it. Linda's Craftique. Now, this yarn shop has been around for a long, I don't want to say a long time, but I think it has been around for quite a while. But it was always in the Toronto area. I think Port Credit is where she said the store was originally. And I was actually there about 6 or 7 years ago. There was a little bit of a time when I was making regular trips to Toronto. And one time we took just a little detour home. And that was one of the shops we went to was Linda's Craftique. Well, she has now moved out of Toronto, north of Toronto, and she's just actually north of Orangeville by a few minutes and not very far from where we were at all, like 10 minutes away. So two beautiful yarn shops, and Linda's Craftiques is a really nice. It was a bit of a surprise. It is at her home, but it's a separate building. And it is a full yarn shop, and it was really, really large. And something we didn't know while we were in chatting with her, didn't realize until I made a second stop Sunday on our way home. She happened to be open on Sunday, which was good and bad because I went back on the way home. I got a couple skeins when we were there Saturday, and I went back again Sunday on our way home. And going home, we drove by the front of the house where the first time we didn't. Anyways, and saw the front of her sign, which we didn't see the first time we were there. And it says right on the front of her sign, it says "Home of Canada's Fastest Knitter." So I think this morning or last night when I got home, I was Googling it, and sure enough, if you Google Canada's Fastest Knitter, it comes up Linda, and her last name starts with B, Bean Brand, something like that. Anyways, and it talks about her. She has held apparently this title for quite a while. Her and another woman have competed at the Creative Needle Fest in Toronto a few times. And apparently they kind of go back and forth. One will win one year, one will win the other year. But this Linda apparently has holds the fastest time of that show. So she was, yeah. Anyways, there was a couple of newspaper articles that I was reading about, and this is really kind of interesting. And I thought, oh my gosh, how I wish I had known that, and I would have asked her about it. But maybe she gets tired of people asking her about it. I don't know. But I'm thinking, okay, now I really want to know, how does she knit? Is she continental? Does she do lever knitting? Because I think those are the two fastest. Now I desperately want to know. I would love to have watched her knit. So I'm sure we'll definitely be back. Definitely next year. I'm sure we'll probably do the retreat again. So next year at this time, well, next summer. I'm not sure when we go. I'll have to definitely see if we can, um, yeah, even film her knitting or just chat to her and get a little more info about it. So I'm thinking that's pretty exciting. That's one of my goals, is to try to knit faster so I can compete better for March Sock Madness next year. So maybe I'll be able to get a few tips from her next time I see her. So you want to see what I bought there? Oh, you guys, I I I came home with quite a bit. I came home with quite a bit, but I thought, since I'm there, there's no point in coming home and ordering it and then having to pay for shipping. So I thought I might as well just get what I want while I'm there. So this is what I came home with. Came home with a bag full. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's probably crinkling in your ear. I do apologize for that. Okay, look at this. It is tonal. So this is looking, it's a little darker green, I think, than it's showing on the screen. Don't know if I can. So let me see. So this is moss. I believe this is moss. Yes. So this is a 25, 75, 25, 100 gram skein, 450 meters. So it's a little bit of a light fingering, and that's why there's a little bit more yardage. But I fell in love with this. What did I buy? The first time we were there, I grabbed these two colors. This is ocean and pumpkin. Yes, pumpkin. And so this is what I originally came home with, and it feels so, so soft. So it is KFI. So Knitting Fever ink. I'm not sure what the I stands for. Yes, Knitting Fever ink. So it says it's made in Turkey for Knitting Fever ink, and it is an extra fine merino super wash wool. So these were the two colors. I've bought this color, I think, back behind me. Some of the stuff back there. I've been buying kind of a coral and a aqua color. I've been buying that a lot in a bunch of different yarns. I really, really like those colors. So then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get the green. So it is a mossy green. It's darker, I think, than it's really on my screen. Anyways, what I'm seeing, it's looking really pale, and it's not. And this is magenta, and that looks pretty much what it looks like. It's pretty bright. More probably a reddier pink. It's not as pink as I probably would have wanted, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. But it's pretty and it's bright, and I think it will look nice knit up into something. This skein was the one that when I came home Saturday night, and I thought, why in the world did I not buy this? So I had to go back for this one, and it is pretty much as bright. Okay, it's blue. Can I? Okay, there. That's kind of what the color is like. It is bright. It is called Sunshine, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Don't know why. How could have left that there in the first place? I do not know. And then I wanted to kind of base colors, something not so bright. So the gray is called Smoke, and Mocha for the brown. I know Emma says I need sunglasses for that yellow. It is pretty bright. But have you guys noticed that all the neon colors that are like everywhere? I mean, I was shoe shopping today and even sandals, the straps on sandals are neon pink, neon yellow, and yarn is no different. There's a lot of really bright yarns out there, and I thought, "Oh, it is like a throwback to when I was in high school, you guys." If anybody is like, my age, 50s, do you guys remember being in high school? I remember wearing neon, like, little pink ankle socks, I think with, like, a ruffle around it or something, had neon socks, like, neon T-shirts, and I'm like, "Oh my word, it's coming back in style," and my first thought was, "Oh no, been there, done that." And then I rethought it and I thought, you know what? Just embrace it. If it's coming back again, just enjoy it, right? I don't know. It's going to be really trendy. I think you have to be a little careful what you make with these neon colors because they're only going to be in style for what, 1 or 2 seasons or something. So it may date your project, but you know, if you're not so worried about that, then you may as well just do it, right? Do it, enjoy it, wear it for a season or 2, and then carry on and knit something else, right? So let's see Rebecca. Oh, you got your first KFI recently. The painted sock, which is 2 gradient cakes that should match. Okay, that would be really amazing. I took a look on the website and I saw there was all different kinds of stuff. I mean, Knitting Fever, I don't think is something that I'm too familiar with. I don't think I've ever bought any of their yarn, and it sounds like they've been around for quite a while. So anyways, I'm super excited to try all this. I do not know I just want to make all the socks, and I have got so many ideas and so little time. But eventually, I'm going to work through some ideas. Look at it all. Isn't it fantastic? I might have got a little carried away. But, who wants to pay for shipping when you're right there, right? That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. 80s neon. Exactly. That's exactly it. Do you remember it well, Melanie? Kim, let's see. We're also tired of doom and gloom, desperately need bright colors to cheer us up. Exactly. I think we do, don't we? I mean, color is such a big part of everything. Wear what you like and don't worry about the fashion trends. Exactly. And really, I think probably a lot of us are kind of over that, right? We we've been there, done that, worried about being trendy and in style, and I mean that's so high schooly-ish thing, right? And now it's just, yeah, if you like it, if it's comfortable, just wear it. Yeah, I'm not too worried about fashion police or being in style. Just, yeah, wear what's comfy. Stephen West projects are bright. Yes, they are, Diane. Yes. Lots of colors in there for sure. Sam, did I read your comment? Sam, I saw something you said you were having trouble with two-color brioche. Well, I've got 2 things to say, is either just keep trying it, pull it out, restart. The more you do, practice makes perfect, right? It truly does. And if you're really stuck, then I will just help you when I see you Thursday. I don't know if it'll be this Thursday, but definitely the week after. So just keep going. Neon, oh, and jelly shoes. Oh, yeah. I wonder if those are coming back. Yeah, so anyways, that was my yarn haul. So now I just need to start knitting. Start knitting. Oh, Diane said cotton candy colors. Yes, you're right. Yeah, the blue and the pink. Yes, and Suzanne is saying yes, she sees some of my coral and aqua colors. I know because I really, really like those this year. So that was my yarn haul. So I feel, I did my part supporting local yarn shops wherever I go. Now I am feeling a little bit bad about my own actual local yarn shops. Now I'm feeling like I need to go there and buy a little bit of yarn to balance things out from when I'm away and when I'm home. But I'm sure I would I will make up for it sooner or later. Okay, so has anybody else tried the KFI? So Rebecca I see Rebecca's comment. Has anybody else tried it or seen it? Does your local yarn shops have it? Ours do not. The ones here in London, St. Thomas, I don't remember seeing it anywhere. So I thought it was something different for me. So it was perfect vacation yarn, right? And the tonals. I love the tonals. This is what I have been looking for. I mean, I like all the colors of the variegateds, all the hand-dyed yarns, but they don't work well for what I really wanna knit. I mean, they're fine for every once in a while for just a plain vanilla sock and let the colors do their thing, but I really want to do a lot of colorwork socks and some cabled socks and some socks with some twisted stitches, and I think this stuff is going to fit the bill perfectly. So now I'm just gonna have to wind up a couple skeins. This probably will be some of this yarn will be next week's New Start Monday cast on because by then my secret knitting will be all done and then I will be set to just focus on socks. And that is my plan. Oh, Rebecca says the tonal is stunning on camera. Yes, it is. It is. And let me tell you what, I had the 2 skeins. I had the pumpkin in the ocean, and I had it set up in my little workstation in the, at the craft room, and I just kept looking at it, and it's just like, "Oh my gosh." Just the color, the depth of color. Okay, I don't know. I think my lighting is almost too bright here tonight for the yarn. It's, I'll post some pictures on Instagram because the color, yeah, it's really a more of a greeny blue. Just absolutely fantastic. Love, love the colors of this. I did not buy all of the colors. She didn't have quite all of them there. I looked on the website and I think there was about 16, 14, 16 colors. And I don't know if she had about 10 of them, but there was about 2 that I didn't buy. There was one that really was more of what I would call it a magenta. More like a purpley, like an orchid purple. Um, that one did not well, I didn't buy it. So that's what so I did not love that one. And there was a sky blue, and I did not get that one either, and I probably should have, but I didn't because I thought I have to show some restraint. I literally cannot buy one of every well, I mean, I could, but I shouldn't have. And I didn't. I did not. I left a couple of them there, so maybe those will be next year's purchases, or maybe later in the summer I'll drive up there. It's only a couple hours drive. It's not that far. Maybe a nice day in the summer, go up there. She has so this is Linda's Craftique that I'm talking about, and she has on Sunday afternoons, she has a sit and knit for I think from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, outside or inside, depending on the weather, so you never know. Could drive up there, sit and knit with some new knitters that I don't know, and just sit and chat and buy some more sock yarn while I'm there. So that was my weekend, you guys. My week's knitting has been all on this secret knitting project. A lot of gauge swatching, a lot of starts and pulling out. But I am now think I'm over half finished. I'm over half finished. So that is a good thing because the deadline is coming up really quick. I'm going to have a few late nights, but this is what I do. I don't know why. I've given up trying to fix it. I work under pressure way better than having a deadline that is too far away. That does not motivate me to get working on stuff. So now that the deadline is right around the corner, I am knitting like crazy on this project, but it is looking good and I can't wait to show it to you guys. Does she do online sales? Yes, Sally, she does. Linda's Craftique, yes, she does. Because I asked her that, and then that was when I decided. I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. If I'm already thinking, I'm in the store thinking about ordering online, I should just buy it now, right? So yes, but she does do that, and she was so lovely. She was so lovely to chat to, and the samples in the store were stunning. Um, a couple of the girls that I was with, they bought yarn for projects because they saw the sample. Yeah, so it was a really, really fun shop to go visit. Plus, she had a couple of beautiful dogs that, that's kind of hard to resist too, right? Okay, Melanie says you're a sucker for opal and West Yorkshire. See, I know opal. I have got some skeins of opal, some old stash opal over there, that side of the my old sock yarn stash that is still there. There is some opal there. West Yorkshire Spinners, I think the only thing I have for them is maybe a ball of Christmas sock yarn. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. But it is really nice, really pretty. I know a few people were buying that. Another yarn shopping trip a while ago. That was yarn people were really oohing and awing over, and a bunch of people bought some. Melanie says buy all the yarn. Agree. Agree. Nikki. Oh, Nikki says she loves variegated yarn. Yep, you make it. Oh, dotted rays. Oh, you made a dotted ray speckled fade. Oh, Richard DeVries yarn. Yes, is one of your favorite shells. Oh, I've used it 5 years now, maybe more. It's faded and blended nicely. See, and that's perfect. And I mean, well, obviously, so many people do because the yarn, it is really pretty. It just depends on what you want to knit with it, right? So, Nikki, I'm glad that worked out. And it's been like obviously one of your favorites, and you're wearing it forever. So, that's nice. Sam, you did a cable owl dishcloth and you love it. You want to do some cable owl, oh, into a wall hanging. That sounds like a great idea. That would be fantastic. What would I use to hang them? Okay. Oh, Nikki's got a good idea. Yes, you could either buy a wooden stick at a hardware store, find a branch off a tree. Yeah, a branch. That would be kind of cool. Very rusticy, right? Yeah. Oh, Sally, you're casting on your even heel sock. Oh, with Felici. Yep. Knit picks. Is this good yarn? I would say probably, but let's see what Nikki says. That's good. Yeah. So my even heel, I'm going to have to find some more needles for that. And I haven't contacted the Collage Square company yet. I'm on vacation this week, so that would be maybe one of the things that I should do. I feel like I need to send them an email. And I actually really truly want to talk to somebody in person. And I just want to be, okay, why? Why do you have a soft cable? Like, give me a good explanation because I cannot honestly for the life of me come up with one. And just a few people that commented after last week's video, nobody had anything super positive to say about them. So I am totally kerfluffled over this. Why they're even a thing? I don't get it. Do not get it. Anyways, so that maybe I will have a response in a couple weeks or at some point, and I can update you on that. Oh, yep. So Nikki says, yep. So the Knit Picks Felici, that's the self-striping yarn. She says it would be good. Good, good. Okay, well, Sally, I can't wait to see how you like this heel. I know Erica did the even heel sock, and she loved the heel. She said it's probably going to be her favorite heel, or at least what she's done so far. So that's really exciting to give it a try. Mine just needs new needles. So until then, it's on hold for a little while, but I will get back to it, Nikki. I promise. Well, guys, what else have you guys been working on? We can chat for about another 5 minutes and then we will be at our hour mark. And then I'm getting back to my secret knitting. I'm binge watching Bridgerton, but I've been binge watching a little bit too much and I'm getting close to the end, which makes me sad. And I held it off. You guys all know that I held up for a long time. I didn't start watching it till like what I think last weekend. And and then even then I rewatched all of season 1 so I could get as much Bridgerton fill and then start season 2. And now it's going to be over here right shortly. And then I'm going to have to sit and wait again for season 3. Then I will have to I'll probably need some recommendations what else I should watch on Netflix. What are you guys watching? Maybe I should just throw that out there now, so when I'm finished Bridgerton, any suggestions on what I should be knitting and watching at the same time? Oh, Sally, you're organizing whips for next month's challenge. Yes. So if any of you guys are doing the Fiber Friends monthly challenges, Maze Around the Home is coming to an end tomorrow. Can't believe May has just zoomed by so quick. So it will close tomorrow, and then Wednesday we start Get Her Done month, which I am personally I should never make these wild and crazy affirmations because they never come true. But I'm gonna hope for a finish a week, 4 finishes. Because my whiteboard's getting lopsided. It needs some finishes on it. So I know one is my chunky cabled hat because it is so close, so close. I got a couple more rounds done on it a couple of weeks ago, and then it got set aside again. So I really want to finish that. So if you guys have, for those, if there's any of you who are not whip collectors, you can fill something on tonight because it is still May. And then come Wednesday, it will be technically a month old, and it is classifies as a WIP, and then you can finish it in June. And for heaven's sakes, if you're almost well, yes, if you're almost finished something, and if it's not for the Around Your House challenge, for goodness sakes, don't finish it tonight or tomorrow. Wait until Wednesday and finish it in June, and then it counts as the Get Her Done, and then you'll have to start off with a finish right off the bat. That you, then, kind of kickstart yourself. Save something that only has a few rounds or something that needs to be kitchen or stitched, and then get a head start on all those finishes for June. Diane. Oh, Diane, is it your birthday? 53 today. Cast on lots of socks. Back to working on your birdsong sweater after my cut hand. What in the world happened there, Diane? Oh my goodness. Jen, oh, you were working on a rainbow habitation throw for your granddaughter's birthday in 15 days. I'm watching, oh, The Walking Dead again. I have never watched that. And the new Stranger Things. Okay, Stranger Things. Cheryl and her daughter are watching that. And I think Cheryl said that her daughter has watched it so many times that she knows the words, right? So as the character's going to say something, Jordan just says blah 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 blah. She knows exactly what they're going to say. I always thought it was really scary, and that's why I had never watched it. But Cheryl assured me it's not scary, just kind of weird. Is that the right thing? So I'm thinking I could do that. So maybe I will start watching that because everybody else seems to be. So I feel like I'm missing out. Oh, I think you said you could cast on in June and finish it in June also. Well, yeah, Nikki, I mean, we're not going to, Fiber Friends, we're pretty lax rules, right? The whole purpose is for people to join in, have fun. So we're not going to police anything. So if you started in June, we're not going to disqualify you. So yeah, if you start something and finish it in June, totally counts. Totally counts. We just want everybody to, be motivated. Just knit what makes you happy, right? So absolutely, Nikki, if you've got something you're going to cast on in June, absolutely. Nikki, I saw your finished hat that you did for the weekend knit along. That turned out really great. Love that. Well, guys, we are okay. We are almost at the 1 hour mark. Any other last minute comments? So, Diane, if you're 53 today, happy birthday. Our birthdays are almost the exact same. Mine was May 5th, and I turned 53. So, good month for birthdays, Diane. So, I hope your hand is feeling better. Okay, so you said Waking the Dead. Oh, on BritBox. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, shopping cart handle. Cut your hand very deep between the thumb and the index finger. Oh my gosh, Diane. Oh, Susanna, you were born in 53. Well, see, 53 is just a good number all the way around, isn't it? You know what, Diane? There was something, one of the members in our guild, I think she was cooking. I think she had a sharp knife and was chopping, onions or something, and she cut one of her fingers. I, I don't know. She might have hit the bone. Anyways, yeah, she got really, really lucky. Um, yeah. Oh, I know. Well, good. Well, I hope, Diane, that you are, um, yeah, so okay, so it sounds like you're back on track then if you're gonna start knitting. Yikes. Not good. All right, guys. Well, we are at the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Um, um, oh, Nikki, is that a message for me? Oh, a message at Louise. Oh, okay. I don't know if I did see that one. Okay, I will go take a peek at that, Nikki, because that is a very kind offer. Thank you. Okay, so anyways, yes, I'm gonna wrap this up because I've got some secret knitting I have to do, and I have it planned out that I have to knit solid now midnight to kind of stay on track here and not get too far behind. So I'm gonna run down and do that, watch some Bridgerton, and I'm just gonna settle my pretty new sock yarn out, and I'm just going to envision all the new projects that I can do. And I think I'll probably take a little bit of a break while I'm working on my secret project and cast on the purple and gray socks. So at least I can say they are cast on. So thank you to everybody who voted for this week's colors. I'm super excited to do the purple and the gray. Thanks for visiting with me tonight. Mondays, this always is a perfect way to start off the week. So I hope everybody has had a fantastic Monday. Happy knitting, everybody. And Jocelyn and I will be live here on the Wildflower Wool YouTube channel on Thursday night at 7:30. This is our WIP check-in. So that will be an interesting check-in for sure. So I will see you guys Thursday night, and then I'll be back here again Monday to cast on something new. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Chat to you soon. Good night.